All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? Or actually, what's up? This is Marine. All right. I should be going live now. All right. So if you're in here, um, if you're in here, send me a message. Let me know you're here. I know Simplified Texas Marine is up in here. All right, I know he's up in here. All right, so who's up? Who else is up in here making the rounds right now? All right, and hopefully others will be able to be up in here. This time change, this time zone and stuff is causing a ruckus. Oh, let me do this real quick. Um, let me get the brethren up to speed who are out here in WhatsApp land. All right, and I'm gonna take a little time right now. I'm gonna take a little time right now for the brethren to come on board. And the reason being is if you saw, for those that saw my other video, all right, and again, we're talking about something as serious as what that other video had to deal with. And still, not many people who watched the video felt that it was important enough to share with other Afro men. And that, my friends, is why we are going, well, y'all or they. So if you're listening to me under the sound of my voice, for those under the sound of my voice, all right, understand this. Okay, this is something I want y'all to understand. I don't try to save everybody. I don't try to save all Afro men. All right. A lot of us are going to perish is because we want to listen to personalities over somebody that's really trying to help. All right. And so basically, what's happening is a lot of people, and some of this is going to be the responsibility of other people, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when I tell us we need to keep our other brothers on the lookout, let's share this. A lot of people come and they'll leave is because they're not looking for information, they're looking to be entertained. I want y'all to understand that. Most of the dudes that's running around talking about we trying to gain some knowledge, they're not trying to gain knowledge. They're trying to be entertained. This is how a lot of people become celebrities. They become, oh yeah, let me call it. Hold on. Hey, brother, I'm doing well. I'm live right now about this issue about these women trying to set us up to be unalived by the police. Okay. And so a lot of people are not understanding gravity, the downward gravity of what's going on, because they're trying to be more entertained than paying attention to the things that is going on, the things that they are trying to do to us as Afro men. Here's the sad part. The sad part is a lot of dudes that's going to fall under these traps are going to be unaware of them. Hey, what's up, Keezer? Hey, Simplified Marine Corps vet. All right. And that's the thing. The sad part is, let me say this real quick, because this is going to be very important. We're going to go back over the clip again so that we can make sure we get this understanding. So if you can, let me pause for a second and see if y'all could get the attention of some of the brothers in your groups or something. See, there's a lot of groups up there, but everybody is so worried about making money that nobody is really thinking about how you're going to spend it if you're dead. Okay, we're not talking about how we are at war. Everybody is looking to profit, not realizing that the war is against them, but they don't even know they're in the fight. All right, now let me pause real quick, and I'm gonna let this play out real quick again. And in this time, in these next 2 minutes, okay, I want to see if y'all could get more brothers in here real quick. That will, brothers that you know that may want to know this information about what's really going on and the war on us as good Afro men. Oh, there's a war on the bad Afro men too. But they really despise us. Why? Because they cannot control us. That's what this is about. The BAW had one job that they were given by the Caucasian man system, and that was to brainwash and control the Afro male so that the Afro male would not become a threat to the Caucasian system. That was their one job. That job ain't going too well for them. All right. I keep going over the purpose and they're not getting it. Hey, what's up, Captain Marvel? People are not getting it. This is why I stress that we need to get the passports. We need to get passports. Of course, we need to stay armed, strapped to be able to protect ourselves. But we need to get passports. We need to save up fly away money. We need to get our credit straight. And we need to come up with a way where we can make an income that's tied to the US, like digital nomads. All right, and I was trying to help a brother with that. All right, but these are things we need to do. But the first thing we need to do is to understand the threat. And you got a lot of people that are not going to listen to understand the threat. All right, now let's take a moment. Let me see what's going on. Make sure my stream is good. Because y'all let me know, is the stream good? Is the stream good? Yeah, thanks for that, Keezer. But the problem is a lot of people aren't going to hear it. A lot of people aren't going to hear it. I know Texas Marine, he shares my stuff. But there's a lot of brothers that have contacts with all over Facebook and stuff, and they really don't share this. I put this up early. I put this up early enough so that people would share them in the groups, but no one shares them in the groups. So I'm wondering, what's the purpose of the groups? All right. And I believe that because people are looking for personalities, they're going to be led by sheep, like sheep to a slaughter. Period. And they don't get it. You don't try to figure out a way to operate in the system that's going under. Um, if my stream is, y'all know to refresh if you have problems with the stream. So far, it's been good, but I don't know. All right. So let me do this. And if y'all can, see if y'all could share this with others real quick. Because right now it's saying that there's only 4 people in there. And I know that I sent the message out to more than this. All right. But there was a mix up in the time zone as well. All right. There is mix up in the time zone. So some people might, I told people it's going to begin at 8. So I'm getting confused by what my computer is saying and what my phone is saying. But anyway, so, all right. So let me do this and then see if y'all can get, let's see if we can get more people in before I get started. Remember, don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, but everybody in here has subscribed. But let me say this to the people that might watch this after it's over. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe so that you can get all this important information. All right, let's try to get more people up in here real quick. Let me say this as well. This is going to be a panel discussion, but I want to run through some things. And brothers, in this and in the live, let's stay on track with this particular subject. Let's not get sidetracked by guns and all the rest of that stuff. All right. And reason being, because our lives are in danger and we just don't know it. Hold on. All right, our lives are in danger, and we just don't know it. And it's kind of a sad thing. It's a sad thing. It is a sad thing when something as significant as this kind of information stays hidden. All right. Let me see. All right. And so, wow. Wow, this is interesting, y'all. This is really interesting. This is freakishly interesting. Wow. Hmm. Let me see something real quick. I'm gonna see something real quick. After blocking my messaging. Okay. Wow. This is something crazy, y'all. And so, what I think is going on. All right. So, Facebook is playing around with how my messages go out. All right, so Facebook is really doing the job on, hey, simplify USMC vet with how my messages go out, right? And so I have to basically let people know that we are just live now. Okay, so everybody else is getting it the way that it is. Okay, all right, so let's start breaking this down. So the people that's not even in here, they're just going to miss out. But we need to get an understanding as to what is happening, right? Now, before we get into that, let me remind y'all that I'll be heading here. Y'all know where this is, and taking a lot of stuff in June, and I think Texas Marine is going to come down there sometime later into the summer and bring some more stuff. So all the stuff is purchased. Now I might. So if y'all want to donate, if y'all want to donate to what this channel is doing, one of the things that I'm doing is Roberto was talking about school supplies and stuff like that. I'll get that there. So if y'all want to help with that, because the soccer balls and the dolls and stuff. We got a lot of stuff going down. I might buy a lot of pens and pencils because that's not going to be weight sensitive, and take that down there. All right. But we're looking at school supplies that I'm going to get there, like the paper and everything. I'll get in Colombia. So that's basically it. So, so we'll be going here. All right. Now, basically, in all of our get an understanding, we'll get to this, mainly the one in the leather. All right. And so one of the things that I want y'all to understand is that y'all really don't understand. Let me repeat that again. One of the things that I want you to understand is that y'all don't understand. Some of y'all may understand how serious this is, but many of the brethren are not going to understand how serious this is, because they too sprung on the cat. All right. And so let's go back and review what is going on. Let's review what is going on. All right. So we got to do this. We got to review what is going on. How we are being set up for failure. We are being set up to be eliminated. Okay. Now let's look at this. This is Rachel from that from the Bachelorette. Remember, everybody knew she was going to pick a Caucasian guy. Why? Because this thing is on TV, and they were pushing a narrative to make sure no Afro children are born. They don't fear the BW, the B-dub. They don't fear her. They'll use her to get rid of us, but they don't fear her. Brethren, and all y'all get an understanding. All right. So let's look at this real quick. All right. So
Queen, I totally understand, but currently right now there's a video circulating with a Zoom call between 4 or 5 black women that are saying that they would totally make sure that black men are unalived by police officers.
All right. Now, it wasn't just 4 or 5 black women. All right. And we'll get a good look at this in a minute. But it wasn't just 4 or 5.
And I was disgusted, and being one of 12 with 8 brothers, and that being somebody's son, I'm just going to let you know. Colonization is the #1 reason why black women don't respect dark skin versus light skin, why black men don't respect us, and why the rest of the world think that black women are at the scum of the earth. So for us to be better, for us to be shown like other cultures that we are finally reuniting and coming up, we have to do that for everyone, including our decolonization of black men. So with that being said, even though he might not like us and dirty, he does not deserve to be stabbed. And right now we're decolonizing, and that girl is walking free.
Okay. Now, watch. There is more. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, here we go.
I was wondering why no one thought to say and voice their opinion that when I look at these white men, they are the epitome of masculine, and watching some of these police officers manhandle these black men in the street is very attractive, and it's a turn on, you know.
Now, let me show you how lost she is. And let me show you, they are doing the same thing that the Caucasian government has done to us. They are doing the same thing that the Caucasian government wanted to do to the entire United States. That means they want to disarm everybody with the laws and physically and in the mind, so that they will not have the ability to fight back when they are oppressed by these people sitting behind pulling these puppet strings on those that wish to oppress us. Our number one oppressor as Afro men and children is the Black woman, but nobody wants to say that because they got money tied up into keeping this narrative going, even though it's murdering 1,000 children a month. But they don't care. All right. The thing that's murdering more Afro people than anything is abortion, but they don't care. And this woman seeing police in bulletproof vests with guns and a badge and a law behind them, plus a whole force behind them, attacking one Afro unarmed man, makes her think that, oh man, the police is so strong. No, that's weakness. What's up, Dupree? That is weakness. That is weakness masquerading as strength. And they're okay with it until it happens to them. When somebody remind them, oh, you got melanated skin too. All right, let's continue.
You know, and I'm wondering, does anybody else feel like that?
Hold on.
Yes, Lord.
Y'all off the chain, okay?
All right, now here's an important part I want y'all to hear. Here's an important part I want y'all to hear. Pay attention to this and look and read the transcripts.
Hey. Yes.
Every 18 minutes, Black Lives Matter goes by 3.
Y'all get that? I'm going to pause it right here. Every 18 minutes, and she says, this is good news. Now, understand, these are Black women talking. She says, this is good news every 18 minutes, and this is going to be the discussion. What do we do about this? Every 18 minutes, a Black guy is now killed by the police. And she says, I have good news. Understand?
That's what's up.
Now, this other one said, that's what's up.
I think we can get it down to 15.
She then says, I think we can get it down to 15.
Blue Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Don't even breathe in my direction. I will start crying and I will call the police.
Don't even breathe in my direction. I will start crying and I will call the police.
I love calling the police on.
Yes.
I love it because they tighten up. They turn into a whole different person
When they're telling to run.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, there's more than just 5. This group goes on and on and on and on. But we're going to get into how this group started. And we had a few women that led in this charge against Afro men in lying on Afro men in general, in covering up the lies and the truth about the evils done to us by the system and the police, promoted this swirling thing, which the Afro men didn't care. All right, but now we better start caring because all that was part of a major plan because they want us gone. And I mean in the dirt napped. I want y'all to understand this.
I met a new guy. He's really sweet. We're both ambitious and educated. That's exactly the type of guy I wanted. And it's just like they'll turn it back because these dusty, they're dusty. Like they just belong in a coffin.
I agree.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bianca. Who was next?
I.
All right. Y'all get it? That's what we're working with. That's what we're working against. All right. Now, how did we get here? All right. So, how did we get here? Let me go over that real quick. A quick background, because you know I was around when all this stuff was going on. All right. So let me give you a quick background. Hold on for a second. All right, let me give you this quick background. So that we can get a clear understanding as to what's really going on in this thing here. All right. And this starts with this, it didn't start with this Rachel thing. Remember the Bachelorette? It didn't start with that. The Bachelorette became part of the ongoing plan to make sure that no one found the Afro man attractive. Their thing was, if the Black woman don't find the Afro man attractive, then our guess is no one will find the Afro man attractive. See, that's what they thought. All right, but see, they didn't understand something. The thing that they did not understand is that when dealing with the Afro man, all right, women have always been attracted to us despite this image that they tried to put before us. Now, keep this in mind. Everybody and their grandmother knew that this was a TV show and that she was going to be a white guy, because that's what they're promoting in Hollywood now. They're trying to discourage the Afro man. All right. But the thing that's happening and even now politically, they're trying to stop this, is the Afro men got smart, got passports, and start leaving. It wasn't any old Afro men that start leaving. It was the Afro men that were, one, not afraid to venture out, two, not have extensive criminal record, and three, had enough disposable income to take these vacations to probably meet other types of women. Now, the other thing that started to happen is a lot of these women ended up being more loyal to the Afro men than they had expected, in the way that they are not loyal to the Caucasian male. Remember, we, not the BAW, are those copied. All right. When this happened, we knew. We was just going to see how the Black men were going to be eliminated. All right. They would never promote an interracial couple where the dominance of the Afro man's seed is put on display. No, you got to sink him. And we as African need to bar ourselves from this Hollywood crap. Go back to making our own stuff, like exploitation, like Dolomite. Dolomite was popular and was seen as a sex symbol with a big. Marvin Gaye didn't have a six-pack, but a lot of women thought he was sexy because he exhibited man-like qualities. Man. All right. The dudes staying in the gym, all right, trying to build themselves up, that's not as manly unless you're a bodybuilder. That's a female quality, to go and try to your physical appearance, then your work ethic, then your ability to troubleshoot ethic. Then we have this woman, Crystalline Carrison, Beyond Black and White. Spent years on YouTube trashing Afro men. How did we get to this place where women want to 86 the Afro male population? The genesis is here. And then you had synthetic general talking about beta males, had a baby from one, and then start pushing the envelope of, oh, maybe we need to just divest, do all this and that toxicity. Now, these women had millions in the audience, million member audience of Black women, probably combined, probably separated. And remember, she had a Black daughter before she married the Caucasian man. All right. And so she's a dating guru who's now a Black guy, allegedly. So you kind of wonder what happened to that fairy tale white romance. And then this starts to get more depraved as we go along, right? This pregnant woman fatally stabbed her boyfriend for not buying her a gift. In other words, understand this. She didn't do what she wanted him to do, so she stabbed him to death. And you know what he probably did? Stood there and took it. Why? Because when his mama raised him, she raised him to think, even when a Black woman is, you still don't lift a hand up to defend yourself against her. The Black mom took the masculinity out of men, took away their ability to protect themselves in their mind. She stripped them of being a protector in their mind. The Afro man will fight another Afro man over BS and some coochie, but these Afro men here won't fight the police that come in and murder them unarmed. And they won't protect themselves against a BAW that's beating the crap out of them, getting a knife, and, 8-6ing them. This is the news, y'all. Take this title here, put it in Google, and it'll pop up. This woman, you could tell this. And they're doing this over and over again. But here's the coup de grace. Look at the smile on her face in her orange jumpsuit in prison. The same way those women were laughing when they were talking about dirt napping the Afro male. I kept telling y'all, these are our adversaries. They betrayed us and become treasonous and traitorous. So this is the topic of discussion. What are we going to do about it? And my thing is, the things that we need to get in order, we need to get in order. And we need to leave them cold slap alone in everything. In everything we do, we need to leave them alone. Everything that we do, we need to do it simply amongst the brethren. Period. All right, so let me go through and see what's being said here. And so I'm going to put the link. Oh, hold on. Let's look at this real quick. Just in case somebody might come and look at this. Y'all know I ain't making this stuff up. Pregnant woman accused of fatally stabbing her boyfriend for not buying her a gift. You notice how they went and found the smiling picture? I showed you the one in the letter. They were in the car on the ride home. Okay? She stole the car, leaving the baby boy and the two men to walk home. She locked the cousin and son outside of the home. Right? When he was able to get into the home, she stabbed him. Now, understand this. This is a man that she, understand this. I want y'all to understand this. Just because a BAW will let you get some, don't mean they give a damn about you. Let me repeat that for the dudes in the back row. Just because the BAW will let you get some, don't mean they love you, don't mean they care about you. Understand that. They're looking for their survival, but at the same time, they're looking to use you because that's what they were trained to do. Understand this. They are looking to use you because that's what they were trained to do. Their job given by the system was to brainwash your child. They didn't have to put it on paper. This is something that they discuss amongst each other. I've been telling you that these women wanted to eliminate us from the face of the earth. Y'all thought I was playing, and I wasn't saying it facetiously. I was being really real with it. This is what I saw. This is what I saw in the dark heart of the BAW. Thanks, Daniel. All right, this is what I saw. All right, so y'all heard it with their own mouth. All that dude could do is sit there and cry. Why? He'll be the same one that though they're stabbing him and he won't defend himself, and he'll be dead, leaving a son to have no mother and father because she'll be going to jail. See, they stripped protect us being protectors. They made their sons the surrogate husbands. Okay? They made their sons their surrogate husbands. Why? Because they wanted to be with someone they can control. And the more that they are unable to control a real Afro man, the less they want him. The reason why they like the Caucasian man, because they worship him not as the Most High, not as God. I'm going to let y'all in on something else, that they know that that's a corrupt heart, that they know that this is a wicked and demonic system. Why do you think a lot of them are moving to witchcraft? They know this. We're the only ones that didn't know that they knew this. We're the only ones that didn't know that this is how they really felt. The Afro men, the Caucasian man knew it because he knew they were on his team. Everybody knew that the black woman was on the team of the state that was trying to destroy and get rid of the Afro male in the Americas. Why? Because this is our land. And everybody is in on the theft. And if you don't believe it, look at the last 2 years, how everybody was under one accord to get somebody to get some fake juice in their arm over something that was created here, then move somewhere else, and then spread around the world. And look how bad it is that you can't even say the name, even though everybody is understanding the truth, since people in a legal room are forced to release documents. And even in releasing the documents, they're still trying to redact important information that may give you a clue as to how unsafe everything was. Now, let me say this. I have a problem with Trump supporting this juice, but understanding that he said, nope, it's a choice. It shouldn't be forced on anybody. But at the same time he was supporting the juice, he was supporting anything that worked. Remember, he mentioned the thing that begins with an H? Then he talked about how the I thing would work. He talked about the ozone stuff, and then people turned it into bleach. Remember that? All right. Look at how they were on one accord around the world to get people to do something that was hazardous to their health, that they kept the hazards hidden. And to this very day, they still keep the whole truth hidden. So if they could do this to the whole world, when we say this land is ours or was ours, that they were trying to hide our true identity, that not only was Africa in Africa, but Africa was also here before anybody else got here. That's the secret they're trying to hide. And now that they're finding stuff in the Grand Canyon that look like Egypt, but it's all about hiding this information. Brothers, if I can say anything to you, I would like to say this. Books are very important, and start looking for older history books and spiritual books written by primarily Afro authors. Learn to read cursive. Learn to reteach yourself how to write in cursive. Think about it. The Declaration and the Constitution was written in cursive writing. What happens when we're not teaching our children to do that? They're not going to be able to read it the next generation. And then they're going to be able to put anything in block letters, and these children are going to think that that's the truth, because they won't be able to understand the language, cursive writing, that it was really written under. All right. And understand, these are young and old BAWs. These are young and old BAWs. Hey, what's up, David Bowman? These are young and old BAWs. All right. So I want y'all to understand this. Oh, I got a clip from David Bowman. Milk Lady. The Milk Lady. I'm going to have to show them that. They are out of control. And a lot of dudes are defenseless, because that's what they were taught to be. Defenseless. They are mentally defenseless. They got the strength, but there's a mind block on them to use their strength to even to protect themselves. I think he did, because she had so much. She was an embarrassment. She was an embarrassment. Yeah, for Karazin, she was an embarrassment to her husband. And I think she ended up with some simp. All right, and this is what they didn't count on. That clip, somebody else sent me a copy of that clip, but I couldn't find it, and then it popped up again. So the Most High works on my behalf to get y'all information that y'all need to understand. All right. I wish Zimbaloo was in here. Probably at work or something. All right. And so basically, this is what's going on. All right. Now, at this point, let me remind you, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Okay. Donation links are in the description box, of course. And then also in the description box is all the research for all this stuff, for how we got here, for what's really happened. For when I say they're murdering our seeds, all right, that research is in the description box. All right. All right, and that's there it is. We don't negotiate with them. We don't negotiate with them. We don't have anything to do with them. We don't have them in our Facebook groups. We don't have them in our groups. They could come here and listen, right? Only the ones we trust and we know that we can trust. These are the ones that we know personally, or who's been with us for a while. Say like a Bertha. Say like a Mecca-Dawn. All right. Say like woman of the past, right? And so that's basically it, right? Right. And so we should not expect this, because this is a woman that gave that man a child and she still stabbed her boyfriend to death. Or maybe it was her husband. We don't know. But it was somebody she laid with, created a child with, and then she stabbed him. Right. And there's more murders of Afro men in the news by Black women. It's just that because she was white and an Instagram model, that there's like, see, I told you don't mess with them. No, you're still better off with them. The truth of the matter is that you are still better off than them. When we talk about murders of couples, and it would make sense because it's the person you're with. All right. Now, here's the thing. These women have been warring on us for a while. We just didn't know it. We was like, oh, well, they had father issues and this, that, and the other. No, it's about worship and control. They want us to worship them and they want to control us in that worship. I kept telling you, and if we don't do that, they don't think we have the right to live as men. But here's the catch. The caveat is that they think had us so brainwashed that we would never defend ourselves. But the younger group is coming up saying, you old heads got it wrong. We ain't taking no BS anymore. And you know how they got that way? Because they were raised by the single woman and they saw her and it made them feel some kind of way the way they treated men. So the way they seen their mom treat men, that's why they have that respect for young girls, that disrespect for young girls. That's why they have no respect for young girls. Oh yeah. And so we have to get back to things that we need to think. We need to start thinking again. Hey, what's up, Greg Mahone? We need to get back to thinking again. We need to get rid of them. Now, here's the thing. Now, here's the beauty of that. So long as we don't have them in our groups, in our building, have them involved in it at all, you know what that's going to open us up to? Women who actually want men that are builders versus the spies that want to be a part of the group to tear it up. See, women that want men as builders don't want to be in the builders group. Right. Yes, the same ones. So y'all heard the clip. Y'all heard the clip. All right. And don't get it twisted. They're every bit as serious. Right? And so basically, when we're doing things as brethren, when we're training as brethren, when we're talking about spiritual things as brethren, we got to do it as brethren and as brethren only, with no BAWs involved whatsoever. All right, period. They're not involved whatsoever. We got to give them the left foot of fellowship, y'all. The shoe leather express. They need to start kicking bricks. So now with that said, all right, it is that time that as we discuss ideas, for those who want to come on this, that want to pop in on this panel, and let's have this discussion for solutions. Now, mine is this. We need to get them passports right. All right, they faking a funk on some of the passports, but we need to get passports. All right, we need to get our money right, and we don't. And I'm not saying invest, and everybody's trying to invest. Everybody is trying to be a part of the political system. No. And I'll keep saying this. In Houston, on the south side of Houston, in New York, in California, in New York, in Florida, you got a Chinatown everywhere. Watch me, brothers. You have a Chinatown everywhere. How are they ever able to have these businesses and do this stuff when they have no political capital in Congress? Everybody keep thinking we need to be a part of the political process to get things done. And I say that we got things done more when we weren't a part of the political process. We got more done by not being part of the political process than we are getting as a result of the political process now. Go back, look in the 50s and 60s, and somebody tell me I'm wrong. Prove me wrong on that. All right, we got brother Dwight up in, not Dwight, Texas Marine up in here. Hey, what's up, bro?
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
So basically, this is where we're at. So hold on, let me go down the gambit again. So anybody else want to pop in? All right, it's open. So all right, so go ahead, let it ring. What you got? What's your ideas? What are your thoughts on this?
It's day to day, everything keeps evolving. I keep seeing more and more. I think the more and more that you become aware of what's going on, and you're looking at not just America, but westernized world differently. And if you've traveled, you really become aware of even when the mistreatment's not overt, you notice it more. I notice the bad attitude, all of those stuff that goes on. You start noticing it, and it makes you, like, now my mindset is more set on getting out of here or putting myself in a position to where I don't have to deal with them, because it's just it wears on your countenance. Like I notice you've seen around you. I notice how you are outside America, how relaxed, how happy, you smile more, you laugh more. And when COVID lockdown hit and you was here, we both started getting bad attitudes because it was just, even in the store, you're like, they just evil. It's like they just live to be mad at us.
And they're angry at us not because we did any. I want y'all to understand this. They're angry at us because they can't control us. And the us that they want to control is not Pookies and Ray Rays, because they got control over them. You know how they got control over them? Because Pookies and Ray Rays already did the dirt and stuff like that. They're coming out with the record, right? They've been in jail lifting and stuff like that. And so they know they can control them. Pookie and Ray Ray got to live out at their house. All right, understand? Go ahead, Greg Mahone.
That's like me. I've been protecting myself for over 30 years of my life right now. You know what? I ain't putting my seat in none of these women. No, ain't doing it.
Right. It's a risk.
Black women done betrayed us since slavery over 500 years ago.
And that's the real truth. We just forgot that. Now, understand this. In from the 1800s all the way up to 1950, we still did better without a political system. And let's say that we ain't even talking without a political system. Even with a hostile political system, we did better.
And we was more conservative back in them days than we are now.
Yeah, and people don't. And you got a lot of these dudes that ain't waking up and smelling the coffee, but they want to fight the dudes like me that they can't win. All right, they want to fight the dudes like me, and we're telling them straight.
And I'm like, look, I done got to the point of where I voted Democrat the last 2 times, and I've already regretted for most of my life. I'd rather not vote
Mm,
anymore.
right.
Mm-mm. I'm about
So
done with
this
this.
is so so how do you think to resolve this?
Basically, don't bother black women. Don't talk to them. They say, "Hey," I just keep walking. Out of
Mhm.
sight, out of mind.
Okay. And so that's one thing. Out of sight, out of mind.
They
All
don't know
right.
me. They don't see me. I go where I got to
Right.
go. Come back to the house. I ain't sticking out. I ain't sticking out a long time. They ain't finna kill me.
Hey,
Okay.
Nabi, are you
Uh-huh.
like this? Okay, how to resolve, how to solve it? Wait, we spoke on this months back, and I think the white was in on this also. We need to have our own enclave, our own spot to get together as men to discuss what's good for us as men. Maybe not a
Uh-huh.
leadership cap, but we just need to get together and, like everybody say, separate, like the white just said, separate ourselves from them and build our own with righteous women of,
Right. And so
of whatever nation they come from. If not leaving this country, a part of this country where we can be free, like Texas or Florida, maybe Oklahoma, Arkansas, where we can be free, righteous men to to pave our own path.
right. And that's going to be more or less Texas and Oklahoma. Florida, yeah, Florida got that's another thing going on. And here's the thing. And so understand this as a group. We don't have to go where we're not wanted or welcome. All right. So we don't have to infringe on white people's territory unless they want you there. But you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so we could build our own stuff that was better than theirs. See, when people talk about money, they keep saying, "Oh man, we got to get money like white people status." No, we had better food, cheaper. We had better entertainment, cheaper. They wanted what we had. They wanted what we had. They wanted our entertainment. They wanted to come to our clubs.
Cotton Club.
They wanted our entertainers. They wanted our entertainment and they wanted our entertainers to entertain them.
For some reason, it's like we seem to think, or somebody made us thinking that their water was wet and their air was cleaner and their sun was hotter.
Right. And they can't even live in the sun.
But we were growing up, we were self-sustaining. We grew our own food, built our own place, had our own clothes. They came and bought our products.
Exactly. Here's the thing. Look at what the white says. All right. So on the slide, this is what I've been doing
Exactly.
in that creating gateways outside of here. Why this is why the next place I go to, I think is so promising for brothers. All right, especially if stuff go down. This place will be really promising for us. All right, but there's things we got to do because we got to go places where people realize we are brothers. That's why I stay away from the islands. I stay away from the islands because a lot of the island people think we're different from them. And not because they got off the boat first, because they're identifying more with Caucasian ideology than Afro ideology. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so this is basically it. Anybody else want to pop in? I'm gonna put the link back up again. There it is. All right, and so basically, basically, what's going on is that we cannot we cannot continue to do things from the position of weakness.
Hey, Daniel asked, what promise? Daniel Porter asked, what promise?
Right. What do you mean by what promise?
I think we said something that be promising about us having enclaves or abroad in
Oh,
here.
yeah. Where I'm going now, where I'm going next, and I'm gonna just put it like that. All right, because a lot of the things that I've started to do, and given these new revelations, and given that I really don't know who's going to hear this and when they're going to hear it, and so we're going to have to start, except for the ones that we've known that supported us, right? Like Bertha, um, even Tanya. We'll just throw that out there, right? All right, they're the only ones worth our protection.
I like that.
You see what I mean? And 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 that's who I know. And so there's a reason why the Most High only counted the men, because the men were responsible for protecting a family, which means if he counted them, then everybody that comes with him are then blessed as he blesses that man. So he blesses that man and everybody that's attached to him. All right, y'all understand? And so this is how this is. And so, one, we got to not worry about the females anymore. The only thing we have to worry about is how dangerous they have become to not only our well-building, our well-being, but anything that we may build. All
Hey,
right.
Nabi.
Now, let me say this also as well. It's kind of ironic that the message went out to a lot of people, but they're not concentrating on the war we're in. But keep this in mind. Hey, Zimalu. Um, Hold on. Hey, Zimalu, you just popping in. Um, and do I need to play what's been going on again? For those of you who haven't heard it or who haven't had the chance to see the last video before this, that this is about. All right. But so let me know. So basically, so here's the thing. Oh, okay. You have to remember what I said too, Dan. Damn. All right. So, and Zimalu, if you want to pop in, that's the link. Just click the link that's right below your name. If you want to pop on with some ideas. So this is my thing. So my thing is we separate when the Bible says sanctify ourselves, right? That's what it means. Okay, yeah. So okay, then you know what we're talking about. All right. So when he says sanctify ourselves, right? Then that's what it means. We separate ourselves, and then we figure this out. We figure this out as men. Period. We figure it out as men. We sanctify ourselves, figure it out as men, and call it a day. Period. That's how we do this. Um, all the rest of that stuff, just a lot of this fake in the funk, it has to be over. All right. We have to see it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. And let people know that from now on, brothers are going to do stuff as brothers. And understand this, as we do stuff as brothers, build these things up, even within this group, even online, as we build these things up, meet face to face from time to time, sooner or later, the women of quality, and I don't mean quality, oh, she got a big behind, got big breasts. No, of quality, spiritual quality, will be wanting and seeking out brothers like this. The women that's dirty will not. Bottom line, they just will not. And so basically, this is where we're at. We got to get. Here's the thing, brothers. I'm gonna say this. We need to save our money. We need to get 2 credit cards. Don't care about the limit. Get your credit up so that you can have 2 credit cards. Why? Because when you leave to go somewhere, the credit cards can save your behind. All right. The credit cards can also keep you from running out of cash. The credit cards can also keep your cash stash safe. All right. When somebody steals your wallet and uses the cash, all your cash is gone. When somebody steals your wallet and uses one of your credit card, but you kept the other one back in your room, then you still have access to capital, to credit, to money, to you have access to get the things that you need to get. And furthermore, you can cancel that and they cannot take money out of your account. And even with a credit card, if they do, and it's fraudulent, you can get that money back.
Question, Nabi, to expound on something. You said the credit cards.
Go ahead.
Do they got to be different, like Visa or MasterCard? Can they be the same? And what type
No,
of limit should
yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. You need one Visa, one MasterCard first. And then after that, get whatever. Once your credit is good and people start trusting you and you are handling your credit well, they're going to give you deals for a lot of other things, right? And if you can get the deal, then get the card that gets you the best deal. But you start off with one Visa, one MasterCard, and then nothing else will matter. So when I come to Brazil or go to Colombia or go any other place, right? And say they don't take Visa, well, they'll take MasterCard. Say they don't take MasterCard, well, they'll take Visa. Somebody is taking either both or one of the two.
And the limit.
You see what I mean?
And the limit, like me, I'm restarting now because my credit was jacked up. I got like a $500 limit right now. What's a good limit, or just have the two combined to one good
No,
limit?
you gotta handle the limit that you get. Now with your $500 limit, right? Try to keep that under 13 to 15% usage, right? But with $500, with a $500 limit, just don't max out on that. Never max out, and pay it down to 0 as often as possible. All right. With a $500 limit, all right, with what most people get paid, they can handle that, providing they're not overwhelmed with other bills and stuff like that. So credit cards stop you from going to payday loans too. Now, let me say this too. My limits are extremely large. Okay. Understand this. And Brother Texas Marine understands this. My limits on my credit cards are extremely large. Let's put it this way. I can buy a whole car with a few of my credit cards. With one of those credit cards, my limit is enough to buy a new car with that particular credit card. But you know why I don't do that? Because while my credit card has a lot of range, all right, my bank account or my payment says no.
Hey, USS
Right.
event asked about American Express.
I don't mess with them. American Express. American Express is not a credit card. It's a charge card. And the people that's trying to get you to get American Express is working for them.
And
like
you got to
when
pay the whole
YouTube,
balance at one time, right? You got to pay that whole thing up. They
yeah,
seen you pay the whole thing up.
yeah. American Express is not good. It's not good. People with good credit will tell you that they don't F with American Express. It's not even accepted everywhere like Visa and MasterCard is. All right. And so that's basically it. So let's see.
Hey, Marine Corps vets asked earlier about having the passport ID card. He just has the book. I told him
it's best to get both.
I asked him, if he has a retired ID card like you do, he's good. He don't need the ID. He don't need the passport ID card if he got a retired veteran's ID. I don't know if he retired.
That's true.
Actually,
but that's true.
Retired ID card. I don't know if he retired or not though.
Yeah, but in the United States, there's privileges that come with that blue card. Though there's privileges that come with it. All right. And so, but I would get both the card and the book.
Yeah, because I left my book in the hotel and kept my card with me just to make sure my book didn't come up missing.
Right. And I carry my military ID.
Which is just as good, if not better.
Which is just as good. Yeah, it gets me into where I need to go.
Yeah.
In Brazil and in Colombia.
And it's a federal US ID.
Yep. Is it raining? Hold on. Oh, that's the train. I'm very close to the train and bus station and all the rest of that stuff. All right, this is the thing.
Is a one of my credit cards is my credit cards is from my bank. Are those good to have? Or should it be somebody that's not tied to my bank?
No, it doesn't matter. So long as it has the MasterCard logo on it or the Visa logo on it.
All right.
Okay, so let me see my wallet. Hold on.
Yes, Zimulu. I just sent into Capital One about increasing the balance, and I see what they say. I ain't had it too long, but it can't hurt to ask.
Right. And so like every 6 months, it wouldn't hurt to ask. Me, I don't ask at all. They just do it because like my Walmart card, huh?
We ain't all in your position, brother.
No, that's the point. I was in your position.
Yeah. That's
the point.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good with it. I keep an automatic bill pay on it.
Hold on. I was in your position. That's what I'm saying. My credit was in the 500s. You see what I'm saying? When I got a credit card, I was barely kicking 600. Might have been 590. The thing is, my credit card raised my credit score because after a year of just making sure I paid it down to zero, I never missed a payment on my credit card. I didn't always pay it down to zero, right? But I never missed a payment. Ever.
And that's what I'm doing. I make sure every payday I make a payment, or every 2 paydays I make at least a minimum, if not more.
Right. Always make more, but if you can't make more, make the minimum.
Yeah. If I can't make more than the minimum, I make sure I pay that minimum.
Yeah, you pay the minimum
before that due date.
And there you did. There it is. There it is.
And that's what they keep telling me. They keep telling me keep up. You've made so many successful payments. I'm like, okay, cool.
Right, and so that's basically it. That's what counts. All right, I'm gonna show you something.
Yeah, PNC sent me an offer for a credit card, and that would be the the Visa.
Mm-hmm. Let me say that on one of my credit cards, all right, I paid for such a, and this is an example. So these are my credit cards right here. All right, and I'm gonna explain something to you all. All right, on one of my credit cards, they raised the limit. I didn't ask them to. They raised the limit $17,000. Do you know why? Because I'm not going to spend nowhere near that, even though I have it available. If I get this Spike Lee vibe and I want to do a movie, then maybe. But outside of that, no. So there's one, but that's a store card. So you can start off with this to get that, right? Here's another one. This is a credit card. Okay, I can show this like this then. All right, here's the other one. Now, I'm showing you these because I want y'all to notice something. Here's another one. This got, I think, the highest limit, but I don't even use it.
That's Kroger?
Oh, yeah. But look at the logo. It's a MasterCard.
I see that. I ain't know Kroger had credit cards.
Me, I was in the store. They said, hey, want a credit card from Kroger? You'll get a deal on gas for a year. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll take that for the deal on gas. It wasn't really a deal because Kroger's gas prices are all way higher than everybody else's. All right. But I got a little bit of a deal, right? It was a little bit of a deal, but it wasn't worth it. But my highest limit is on here. So that's why I keep this card.
The Kroger?
All right. All right. My highest limit is on the Kroger one. All right. So how many is it?
Okay. They are a big company.
All right. 3. All right. Priceline Negotiators. All right. That's them.
Priceline?
Priceline.
Wow.
All right. Then they just gave me one because before I was using hotels.com, I mainly used Priceline and Travelocity. Right? Sears. When I went to buy a washer, they said, well, we'll give you this much off if you apply for our credit card. So that's why I ended up with that one. Here's my other bank, right? Credit union. All right, another Capital One. So that's Capital One.
That's the Walmart logo on it?
Yeah, that's Walmart. That's the Walmart card. Then my bank. I got 3 of them from my bank.
Somebody told me to join the credit union.
That was me.
I mean, besides you, they were the second person.
Oh, okay. Hotels.com.
Hey.
And it's a Visa. So that's the Visa. Bank. My bus passes. So here's your train passes. This is what they look like in Brazil. and this is what the bus pass look like. I mean, no, this is the metro or the subway. This is the train, right? So Visa.
Oh yeah, because Brazil has underground, on ground, and above ground.
Uh-huh. United.
I knew you had that one.
United was to get the deals, huh?
I knew you had that one.
Yeah, United is Chase. All right. Now, here's the thing. There's a reason I'm showing you all of these, right? Every last one of these cards I got because somebody was offering a deal. And when you I got roughly how many cards I got? One. I have 14 credits. Okay, I have 14 credit cards. One has a limit of 24,000. A bunch of other has a limit of 20,000. All right. One that went up. One had a limit of 1,000, right? But then they just jumped it up to 18,000, 19,000. So 18,900. All right. So why do I tell you this? Roughly what I actually use is maybe 1,000. And that's only because I use my credit cards almost exclusively, right? I use my credit cards almost exclusively. All right. And then my credit cards make me money. My credit cards make me money. And so, and then I take the money from my credit cards, right? I take the money from my credit cards and put it back into my bank account to pay off said credit cards. But I use my credit cards to pay for everything that I would pay for anyway. Here's the link. If y'all want to jump up. Now, why do I say this? I say this because that when you master your name, remember I keep telling you that credit is your name. How worthy is your name? When you say I'll pay back, how worthy is your name? And that's your name. That's what your name means to credit. And credit cards will give you a good name. Again, let me repeat that again. Credit cards will give you a good name. You can have a halfway good, decent name, but you make them credit card payments on time, they'll give you a good name. And people are like, oh, that's a good name. That name right there. We can give him a loan and he'll pay it back. All right. And that's the beauty of credit cards. Hold on. Let me see something. That's the beauty of credit cards. Credit cards will give you a good name. And this is something that is all right. That good name is something that is hard to come by for some people. because they, especially women, because they messed up not only their credit, they messed up their child's credit, they messed up their children's credit, right? And a child comes out, black children, so-called black children, come out at a disadvantage right off the tip, because their mom used their social security number and stuff to pay her bills, because she used her money on, that wacky tobacco stuff that she wanted to use it on.
Yep, that's facts.
All right, and so, and what can you say about it, huh?
Ain't nothing you can do.
Yeah, what can you do about it? You can't really do anything about it.
I was in college, joined the Marine Corps. I got tired of living in the hood. I got approved for a Discover card before I left off the boot camp. All of a sudden, I get a bill from Discover card for $3,000. I'm like, I said, I ain't got no Discover card. Yes, you do. I said, I never got it. I said, I don't know how it got spent. So they sent me another one. That one got intercepted because they were sending it to my home address that was on my college records, not where I was in the military. So in the $6,000, I had to prove that I wasn't where they sent it. I had to get my command, go to JAG, get paperwork, send a Discover card saying I wasn't there to receive it where you sent it, so I didn't spend it.
Yep. There it is. Whoop, there it is.
All right. Back in the 90s, they were getting Discover cards. Everybody between 18 and 25 was getting Discover card.
All right, you know what? You know why? Well, I'm gonna tell you. I got my card from college. All right, so basically, how I got my card is Chase was doing this thing in line with the colleges, right? And so, if you're in college and you're getting money back, they'll put it. They'll give you a credit card. All right, now understand that all my life I was told, don't get credit cards. Oh, be scared of credit cards. Ooh, credit cards are the boogeyman. But this was primarily by females. Right? Now, the reason why it wasn't a problem for us, where it's a problem for females, is that females think they don't ever have to pay anybody back. And that's that's why you don't loan money to them. It's one thing to give money, but don't loan it to them, because they don't think they have to pay you back.
Even though they said loan.
That's their belief. And then they'll tell you shouldn't have gave them the money in the first place. Instead of, why didn't you pay me back? Well, you shouldn't have gave it to me in the first place. You knew I wasn't going to pay you back.
But they said loan. They the ones said loan me some money.
That's the mentality. That, all right. And so this is basically it. And so basically, so this is my thing. So you get your credit right, you get your money right, right? You get 2 credit cards, you don't need 14. But what I'm saying, if you get those first 2, especially for your younger brothers, and you handle those correctly, they'll just give you the rest. They tell you don't get a credit card, but we'll be the first ones to ruin your credit. Yep. Who else had a bunch of bills in their name at 6? All right.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that top of 1920. That bills that I never knew I had.
Yeah. And so basically, we get those, get that right, get money, come up with a way to make money digitally, and come up with a skill that you can do with your hand that may make you money. Okay? Come up with skills that you can do with your hand and your mind that will make you money. All right. The next thing we need to do is stop wasting money. Oh man, guess what I found out today? Jenny smokes. I was so disappointed. I mean, cigar is the black and mild, so she's doing stuff too. But anyway, y'all don't know who she is, but Texas Marine know who she is. Top heavy. That Jenny. I was like, oh man, really? But she helped me out with the situation with my phone. So y'all, I was hit by a motorcycle. Then after that, the Uber driver took my phone. And when my phone company called him, he wouldn't give it back. But she told me how to get it back.
You got it.
Because he took the wrong phone. Oh, she spilled the beans. We sat up here, we talked for a minute.
So you got it back?
No. We had that discussion before this live.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she stacked the white.
So
yeah.
Huh?
The white after she stacked, I said, yeah, she stacked.
Yeah. So hold on, let me see. Basically, she was in the yellow. Where could I there's a picture of us a while back. I'll send it to you so you know who she is. You know who she is. You know who she is. You've seen her before. But in any case, once we get our stuff straight, we good. All right, and that's basically it. We got to get our stuff straight, and we need to separate. And if we separate, we can get our stuff straight. And when we separate, our stuff will stay straight. Huh?
You separate, you leave them alone, you can get your stuff straight.
Yeah, you get your stuff
faster. And it's easier.
Yes.
Less painful.
It's easy. Right. Remember, they've never been a help to us.
They're an expense.
Right. And a big expense. But we always thought that they were a help to us because that's what we were trained to think.
Mm-hmm.
We were trained to think that, oh, they're a help to us. But they never were. Oh, we marched for you after we're dead. Yeah, you marched after we were dead. We're dead. And you're marching in the street. But you never did anything for us while we were living. See, that's the key right there. Everybody want to talk about all they did for you while you was dead. But but then you look back, but damn, you didn't do a damn thing while I was living. Right? And so that's the thing. You could build quicker and faster just around brothers and then after you get it, you can find a female that's going to maintain what you did. That's the key right there. You build it and then you find the female that's going to maintain what you build.
But the key word is maintain. She has to be on your plan, not her plan.
Not her plan, yes. And basically it. Nothing ever works when you're not on your plan. And that's the issue. It won't work when you're not on your plan. If you're not on your plan, you're headed for destruction.
So you could say that they came to kill and destroy.
Oh, remember, I made a video saying that.
So
and people thought I was just playing. Now this video is out, and they letting their sign, and they're saying they want us destroyed. And it's the majority of them that want us destroyed. If we ain't going to do what they want us to do, they want us destroyed. And they will set us up to have it done. And I told y'all that this was the scheme. I wasn't faking the funk. I wasn't lying. Brethren, that's the scheme. That's how much they despise us. And again, I'm like, okay, prove me wrong.
Those 3 words will upset any female, especially a BAW, because they're talking out of emotion. When you sit there and say that calmly and just look at them, prove me wrong, they get upset because they know they can't play the mind game manipulation on you. You ask for receipts and they know they can't do nothing. They just,
yeah, that's kind of true.
They get irritated because they know they're at a loss.
All right.
The white gonna sit up at his funeral.
All right, now let me add. So did anybody else want to pop in? Anybody else want to pop in? All right. Well, if nobody else is going to pop in, all right, that's my idea. That's what we need to do. Now, how we do it, I know this for a fact, that we have built a group up. Okay. We have started building a group up of brethren, and that means that and we started doing things together. And I would suggest that everybody have that same mentality. All right. I was oh. Hey, Dwight. Remember the one. Remember the one that where was it? That I was practicing with the camera in slow motion. The one I was practicing with the camera in slow motion. That's the one. All right. So let's see. Drivetrain. Oh yeah, and cars. That's going to be the thing too. Let's see.
You say cars?
Right. So, with learn to fix cars. Learn to fix cars. Learn to fix cars.
Go back blue collar. Go back blue collar and learn how to work with your hands and do stuff manual also.
Right. Because that's what's going to be needed. This paperwork BS ain't going to be. Nobody's going to be down with that anymore.
Low tech. Okay.
Yeah, it's time to go low tech because they're going to destroy the world. And when they destroy the world, computer garbage, unless you're learning to build them, it ain't going to be worth anything. But anyway, so with that said, since nobody else is popping in, I will holler at y'all later. Peace, love, and soul. All right. You got anything left to say, brother Texas Marine?
Yeah, hey brothers.
Oh,
This
hold on. Yeah, get books. Get
yeah.
books on carpentry. Get books on engineering, and all the rest of this stuff. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, brothers. This whole getting our stuff straight because I'm admitted I'm getting my. I had child support debt on me till 2016. I'm getting my stuff straight back now. Uh, it's it's not as hard as you think it is because it's a long game, not a short game. And while Nabi's out there traveling, getting us established over there, some of us gonna have to be here getting established here also. So we're all not gonna run and move, but we're gonna travel. Some of us may move permanently. Some of us are gonna go back and forth, channels back and forth. And some of us are just gonna be here, keeping
Mm-hmm.
an arm length here. We're not just saying we're ditching our Aboriginal indigenous land. We're saying we're finding better wives to produce legacies outside of here. We can't build a community till we get the woman to carry our seed. And the seed bearer is not here in this land. So, it's the long game.
Right,
I'm getting my
exactly.
stuff straight with Nabi's help, and I'm traveling. And we learn languages so we can build bridges outside of this land. So we can get back to what an Afro man was all over this planet.
Exactly. There it is, right there. There it is, right there. And that's it in a nutshell. Okay, in a nutshell, that's what it is. Um, everybody's looking for, oh, do this big old giant thing. No, we're talking about do this little thing amongst each other and with the help of the group, and it'll turn big. It'll become giant. All right. That's all I'm saying. All right. So, hey, the white, I'll send you a picture because I found some.
Hey, Nabi, I didn't know.
But
Hey, I know that Kaiser Cersei was he's a Navy vet.
who?
Kaiser Soze, evil genius that was in here
Who?
earlier. He's a Navy. He's a one called himself Kaiser Soze. He's a Navy vet. We got a lot of
Okay.
veterans now, man. A lot of us.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
It's a lot of us in here.
Oh, the lathe and wood shop, man. And so that's what we need to bring back too.
Oh, yeah, metal work, welding,
Okay,
woodwork, engines.
metal work. I learned brazing, electric welding, regular welding, right?
I
And so,
was under the hood.
yeah, we get
And
when
you
we
the
get
lab
back
tech too,
building,
though.
we'll find the ones that want to be with builders, huh?
And you the lab tech, though. You the lab tech too, though.
Yeah, that was by accident.
Oh.
That the whole 20 years was by accident. It was a 20-year accident. But anyway, with that said, y'all, I'm gonna be out and I'll holler back at y'all at the next one.
Peace, brother.
All right, so keep tuned to this channel while I'm traveling. All right, so peace, love, and soul. I'll holler at y'all later.